חטא ושידתה תושבי חטא ונאמנתה דמינם בעלמא ואמרו אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו ואלוהינו, אלוהינו ולעמנו יצחק וליעקב, האל הגדול הגיבור ונורא, אל עליון גומל חסדים טובים, גון הכל, ועשו חסדי אבות, וגואל לבניכם ושמרם והמלך חוסר משה המגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם, הגיבור אדוני מחיים מתת ונפשי, המשי ברוך ונתרגש שם מעל כל חיים בחסד, מחיים מתים ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ברפי גלים ומותיר אסורים, ומקיים אותו בשביל הפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומתו מלך מלך ממיתו מחיים מסביר ישוע בן אמרת לחיות, ותים ברוך אתה אדוני, וחיי המתים, נקדישה, ונריצח, ונוציא על קדושה בקודש, ושלשים לך קדושה, ככתוב במלך וקרא זה ואמר, קדוש, 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 אדוני ישראל קודש כבודו, לעומתם משמחים ועוברים, ברוך כבודו למקומו, זרקות שהכתוב לאמור, לא אדוני לעולם, לא יציון לדור ודור, הללויה, אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, סלע ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש, נחתנו ובצחק, עמה מן עבודת, ברוך אתה אדוני, כונן הדעת, השיבנו מן נתנותיך וקרבנו מלכנו לעבודתך, וסגנה בתשובה שלמה לפניך, ברוך אתה אדוני, הרוצה בתשובה, זר אנונו כי חטאנו ומחלנו מלכנו כי בשנה כתוב בצלחתם, ברוך אתה אדוני, אנון המרבה לזלוח, ראינה בינינו וריבה ריבנו בינינו מורה למשה, מחכה אל גואל חזק, אתה ברוך אתה אדוני, גואל ישראל, רפאינו דמינו רפא יושינו שיעקי אתה מעלה רפואה שלמה לכל מנותינו, כי המלך רופא נמם ברחמן, אתה ברוך אתה אדוני, רופא חולה עמו ישראל, ברך עלינו אדוני אלוהינו את השנה הזאת ואת כל מיני תבואתה לטובתנו, תענו אותנו לך, וענה ממשיכים טובך, וברך שננו כשנים בטובו לברכה, כי יהיה טוב ומתאים אתה וברך השנים, ברוך אתה אדוני, וברך השנים, גם בשופר גדול להנותנו וסנס, לקבל גלותנו וקבצנו, תאמר בקפות הארץ לארצנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, וקבל זבחי עמו ישראל, אשיבה שופטנו כבראשונה, ויצאנו כבתחילה ויעשה ממנו אדון מלאכה ונוחלינו, אתה אדוני לבצע בחסד ורחמים בצדק ובמשפט, ברוך אתה אדוני, מלך אוהב צדקה ומשפט, נעימה דתקווה, וכל המינים וכל זדים כנגד יובנו בכל אויבי עמך מהרה קרתו, מלכות הרישה מהרה, תעקר ושם למגר ותקנה מכולם ימינו, ברוך אתה אדוני, שובר אויבים עד יעשה עדים, על הצדיקים ועל החסידים והסידים והמיטה וצופרים נגד הצדק ועלינו, אמונה רחמך אדוני אלוהינו ותן נספנו לכל המוכים משמך באמת, בשים מלכנו בהם כולי עולם לא נמוש כי בך ואתה, וברוך אתה אדוני, משם נתפל לצדיקים, צלעים מלך ברחמת שלו ותשום ובתוכה כאשר דיברת וכיסית ובידרתך מהרה ותוכה תכינו ובני אותה בקרוב ימינו בניין עולם, ברוך אתה אדוני, בונה ירושלים, בעצם את בידרתך בין התזמיח וכן אותנו ושותך כי ישועתך קימינו כל היום, ברוך אתה אדוני, תזמיח קרן ישועה, שמע קולנו אדוני אלוהינו אברהם רחם עלינו, קבל ברחמים ורצון תפילתנו, כי שומע תפילות ותאמין את רחמת פניך מלכנו לקמת תשבנו, כי אתה שומע תפילות כל פה, ברוך אתה אדוני, שומע תפילה, יצא אדוני אלוהינו בעמך ישראל, ותתם שאל, אשר ועבד, שישראל כולותם מאהבה תקבל ברצון, ותהי לרצון תמיד תעבוד ישראל עמך, ותחזינה עינינו ושובך לציון ברחמים, ברוך אתה אדוני, עמך אסיר שכינתו לציון, מודים אנחנו לך, שאתה הוא אדוני אלוהינו ולותינו דומה, צור חיינו בגינישינו, אתה הוא לדור ודור, וספר על חיינו, זאת לך, ואנש נושאנו על כולו לך, וניסח שבכל ממנו, ואני פלותך ותורותך שבכל עת ערב הבוקר והצהריים, כאילו קראו רחמי אברהם, כאילו תמו חסדיך, כי מעולם, קיווינו לך, ועל כולם יתברך ויתרומה מן הזה, שמע מלכים אותם לעולם, וכל החיים ובוחס אליו, וברוך שם הגדול לעולם, כי טוב על שתנו וזכתנו נשא אל הטוב, ברוך אתה אדוני, הטוב שמך ובחנה להודות, שים שלום טוב וברכה, חיים תן בחסד ורחמים עלינו, פניך ואחינו אבינו כולנו כי חסד פניך, כי באור פניך נתת לנו, אדוני אלוהינו תורת חיים וחסד, וצדקה וברכה ורחמים וחיים ושלום ותבוא עיניך לברך כמו ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך, ברוך אתה אדוני, המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום. יתקדל ויתקדש שמרבה, ועל מדים להחילותי ועמיותי ואסמך פורקני וקרא משכי, היכונו ומכון פייתך עוד ישראל בגלה בזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. ושמר המנורה ועלם ולמה על מיה יצרם בשתמה בקרב ותרומה מנסה, תודה רביתה לביטלה, שמי תקודשה וריחו, לילה מינקו ברכתה ושידתה תושבחתה ונמתה דמינה מעלמה ואמרו אמן. תתקבל צונותון ובאותון דחות ישראל, קדם אבורון דמשמיה ואמרו אמן. ויש למה רבה מין שמיה וחיים טובים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום אמרומה, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עלינו לשמח לנו הכל, לפרד ולזה ראשי שלא ולא זמנו כשמות שלא זמנו כאן לגורל. ואנחנו פה הורים ומשתחווים ומודים למלך מלכנו שהוא נותן שמיים יעשה את הארץ כמו שמשמיעים על פשיטת אותו ואלוהינו אינו עוד הם מלכנו כי אדוני הוא אלוהינו השמימים והנתנות, ועל כן יקבל לך אדוני אלוהינו לירוא ואלה ותיתנו בוצך על הבלתי הארץ לפניך אדוני אלוהינו יקרבו לעולם עליהם כי אמר בושך היא ולמתנו לבוא את קרקע סבודתך אדוני מלך ומעט ונאמר ויהי אדוני למלך כל הארץ ביום ההוא ידון אחד ושמו אחד All right. First, a word from our sponsor. God willing, although Avi announced that we're having tonight launch of this matzah giving matzah away event, we can do it tomorrow. Just too much today, and we just didn't get to it. We'll do it tomorrow. So what that is we had someone sponsor Baruch Hashem to give shmura matzah to any family which would otherwise not have shmura matzah. So it's a little gift box with a little matzah inside, but at least for the sake they have a matzah, one shmura matzah, and we have 300 sets sponsored. So it's specifically the sponsors what's called rules is the request is requirement is that I think I hit a little more than I actually know, but is that specifically it should be someone that wouldn't otherwise have shmura matzah. So that's what he wants. So respect his wishes. And tomorrow night you take as many as you want, but one per family and one per. So you take 100 if you're going to give out. If you have 100, it's 100 different families, but it's one per family, and to someone that would otherwise not have shmura matzah. So specifically. All right. If you want to give for anyone else, then we have other ones available. Anybody wants to buy, we have all different sizes. All right.
Tonight in Jewish history, we mentioned last night, today's the yard site of the Rebbe Rashab, the founder of Temple Mimim. Was mentioned this morning in Ayam Yom. So, yesterday was the first day we inaugurated the Mishkan. Right, the first of Nisan was the day we inaugurated the Mishkan. That's when we started. That's when it was for real. Before that, we had 7 days of practice. Yesterday was for real. Today was the day that they brought the red heifer on the 2nd of Nisan. Was the first time we had red heifer in the year 2449. That's the year after we got the Torah. Not a full year after we got the Torah, because we got the Torah in Sivan. And 9 months later, in Nisan, Rosh Chodesh Nisan, that's when we inaugurated the Mishkan. We started using it on the 23rd of Adar, but on the 1st of Nisan, that's when it was for real. And then the 2nd of Nisan of that year is when we brought the first red heifer. On the 3rd, that's when Shmuel's was yours. That's when he became legit. And he was able to start playing his musical instruments in the Mishkan. Before that, it was just a Shmuel. He was the regular Shmuel on the block. Regular Shmuel on the block. But then after that, he became special of Shmuel, because tomorrow, is when Shmuel got spritzed with squirt gun, super soaker, with red heifer concoction and some Red Bull, and he got wings. He was able to work in the Mishkan. That's when the Levites started working. That's when they got
purified.
So the Leviim were working in the Beis Hamikdash, right? So in order for them to work in the Beis Hamikdash, first we had the Kohanim, and then in order for the Leviim to work in the Beis Hamikdash, they need to get spritzed by this program, and that happened on Gimel, the 3rd of Nisan, year 2449. Now, today's Nasi was Yisachar. Tonight's Nasi is Zevulun. Now, Yisachar and Zvulun, we mentioned last night, had a special relationship, right? Yisachar and Zvulun, Yisachar learned Torah all day, and Zvulun was in the shipping business, and they were the first Amazon. And evidently, you think Bezos was the first one to make it? Evidently, Zvulun made it, and Zvulun would pay for Yisachar to sit and learn, and they had a partnership. Zvulun supported Yisachar, and Yisachar doesn't mean Zvulun didn't learn Torah. The Rebbe always says Zvulun also learned Torah. At least Perek Echad, Shachris, Perek Echad, Arabs, at least some learning in the morning, and the Rebbe translates Perek Echad as 5 minutes at least. 5 minutes of learning in the morning, 5 minutes of learning in the evening, at least 10 minutes a day it's fine to learn. Even if you're a big businessman and supporting everybody else. But Yisachar would sit all day and learn, and he was supported by Zevulun. What's interesting is, which one came first? The chicken or the egg? Which came first, the supporter or the Torah learning? Which one comes first? Yisachar was yesterday, Zevulun is tonight and tomorrow. Zevulun is the money, is tonight and tomorrow. Today is Yisachar. Which came first? Yisachar. The Torah learning came first. In other words, you think that you're able to sit and learn because someone's paying you money and the guy has to make money first. It's the other way around. You know why the guy's making money? Because someone's sitting and learning Torah for them. It was just a big debate in Israel.
The only shepherd you can do to the world is to go. Who is going to get it doesn't matter.
I just learned this morning something beautiful. It's interesting. I learned this morning the difference. So the Gemara says that Torah learning is called Chaye Olam. Davening is called Chaye Shah. Chaye Olam means life, everlasting life. Torah is everlasting life. Davening, it says Chaye Shah, which is loosely translated as temporary life. So in the Gemara there's a question. Gemara says, why are you spending extra? Nasagid asked the question. Why are you spending extra time davening? You spend all day learning, because learning is chai olam. It's life forever. Torah doesn't change. That's what Torah is. Davening simply, on a very simple level. You daven. You want. You need a new phone. You daven for a new phone. You hurt your nose. You daven to get a refuah shlema. Whatever. Whatever it is, you're davening for. It's temporary stuff. Your nose tomorrow's going to heal. You got your new phone today, so tomorrow it's a new thing. Whatever. It's all temporary stuff you're davening for. So the simple meaning, right, is so they say why busy davening? Learn Torah all day. Torah is forever. Chassidus has a different explanation. Chassidus says there's Chaye Olam and there's Chaye Shah. Chaye Shah means life right now. This Shah, this minute. You're living the minute. You're living the moment. Chaye Olam means it's a general Chay, it's a general life in the world. It's general. Olam means general for the world. And so, which is of course, they're both important. They're both super important. But Chassidus says that davening, you're connecting to Hashem. This way, but davening is you're infusing the right now, the chayisha. You're infusing your right now with chayis, with life force. That's what davening is. Yeah, avodah. Yeah. So they're both super important, but it doesn't make it less important. Davening, even though it's called chayisha. Chayisha means, according to Chassidus, it means putting life into the shah, into the moment right now, the moment we're living. Anyway, we're going on tangents. We're not learning anything. Let's learn something. We're supposed to learn. So we did tonight in Jewish history. Let's do 3 minutes of learning. And so we started learning last night about Pesach. One of the hot Pesach items is something called Gebrakt. We're going to talk a little bit more. Okay, so we'll take it one step at a time. We'll see how far we get, and because it's a lot of interesting twists and turns with this. Gebrakt is if you look at any advertisement for a Pesach program, there's many Pesach programs. There's many Pesach programs you'll have. Well, if anyone wants an interesting one in South Africa, my brother runs one in South Africa, Safari. Safari Pesach one is really, really cool, and it's dirt cheap compared to all other Pesach programs because you're paying African prices.
Even not here though.
It's not in the, but it's yeah, whatever. It's near there, whatever. You're not with the lions, having their seder.
It's not as good as Chabad Chayils.
No, nothing's as good as Chabad Chayil. Nothing.
Compare.
No, nothing else. Anyway, so you'll see on every Pesach program, it'll say either this is a Gebrakt program or it'll say this is a non-Gebrakt program.
So tell the joke.
Huh?
You have the joke about the soup.
What's the joke about the soup?
The waiter comes around in the Pesach Seder program. You Gebrakt or not Gebrakt?
Oh, he takes out the Gebrakt?
Yeah.
Anyway, so Gebrakt means they'll serve matzah balls in the soup. Non-Gebrakt means they won't serve matzah balls in the soup. Hasidic Jews don't eat Gebrakt. It means that no matzah will touch any liquid. And so, what in the world we have matzah balls, and we have matzah balls over here in Shul all year. All year, besides for Pesach. No matzah ball on Pesach in any Hasidic home. We stay far from matzah balls. Now, there's other knockoffs. We always find there's a knockoff for everything. My grandmother used to make something called bletlach. It was very good. But it was like a special Pesach. Pesach was basically bletlach was egg, scrambled egg. And I maybe put a tinge of potato in there, a tinge, just give some thickness. It's a very thin fried, and then you make they're paper thin, and you have, let's say, a pile of them, and she would cut it into strips, and sort of like noodles, like a noodle, but it was special taste on it. It's really, really good. And my grandmother used to fry it. She used to use it with her fingers. She would flip it. Imagine hot oil with your finger.
Oh man!
You can make potato starch. Yeah. And you can make without any potatoes, with potato starch. Just give it thickness if you want. It doesn't have to. But anyway, it's very good. but in lieu of matzah balls. But so again, the premise is that the reason is just in case, when you bake challah. So if you want the challah to braid nicely, you don't want to get it stuck on the table. So you pour a little flour. Same thing when you do cookies, when you do anything, you pour a little flour on. And the truth is, when you do the model matzah bakeries, we do the same thing with the kids. You pour a little bit of flour on, otherwise it gets stuck. But now, what happens is a little flour left over when it comes out of the oven, and now you put it in your soup. Now that little flour and water can come together and rise. It's very far-fetched. It probably burnt out any flour in the oven, but it's possible. And because it's possible, so Hasidim go to that extra length, that extra whatever, huh? The extra mile. That's we go there, huh? We'll get to the last day. Besides for the last day of Pesach. Not what? No, it is. But we have to do it to show that it's not. It's only a minhag.
The last day is not Pesach.
With the Rabbanan it is. Okay, Rabbanan is. Don't say that.
Wow, I'm saying it's more
no. It's not. It is Pesach. It's Pesach with the Rabbanan. In Israel, it's not. Outside of Israel, it is.
It's extra chumrah.
It's a chumrah, but we put on tefillin that day?
It's extra, but it's not Pesach.
Then you have to put on tefillin.
You can't put tefillin.
No, you can't. It's muktzah.
Some people put tefillin.
Nobody does. On Shabbat?
Yes.
It's muktzah.
So today that doesn't go for Shabbat. But on the Chol HaMoed, you can put.
But we're not talking about Chol HaMoed. We're talking about the last day, Achron Shvesa we're talking about. Achron Shel. Yes, that's a different scenario.
So how can you tell him it's Pesach today? You can tell him it's Pesach today?
For you it is, for him it's not.
So what am I? It's not Pesach Mamash.
It's Pesach Mamash for you. For me, it's Pesach Mamash. For him, it's not Pesach. It's an interesting phenomenon, but that's what it is. In any case, so the last day of Pesach, Gebrux is we have a Gebrux party. You can have matzah balls the last day of Pesach. In fact, we make sure, we'll learn more about it, we make sure that everything has Gebrux the last day of Pesach. First of all, to show that the other days is only a chumrah, it's only a stringency. We're not saying whoever is eating matzah balls in the soup is eating not kosher. God forbid. Enjoy your matzah balls. We're not enjoying it. But you should, whoever is enjoying it, enjoy it. But this creates, when we're strict about this rule, we're creating another problem. We'll leave it as a cliffhanger. But I'll just say another chumrah, another stringency, and I'll say what the problem is with stringency, and then we'll discuss the solution tomorrow. Cologne? There's okay, so that goes. Okay, so Gedai is asking about perfume, cologne. That's the same question regarding shampoo. Could we use shampoo? Could we use deodorant? Could we use?
I want that on the plan.
Okay, so like this. If it's not made out of chametz, then clearly it's no problem. If it is made out of chametz, if it's not royal achilas kelem, it's not fit that a dog wouldn't eat it. If your dog is not eating your deodorant, then it doesn't matter. It's not considered food. And even if it's pure chametz, you could use the deodorant. It's not a problem. The question is if that deodorant would be eaten by your dog. If that perfume, if your dog sees perfume, it's going to stop licking it.
Yeah, it's not going to.
Then
some dog, but regular dog is not.
What? Maybe it's made out of. I don't know what chametz is.
Baking powder. Baking
powder.
Yeah, put baking
powder.
And deodorant.
Deodorant. Yeah, baking powder has baking soda.
Baking soda.
And is that just what they look like?
Chemicals.
Just chemicals, not fishy. But let's say it's made natural.
The chametz is already pagum. You know what's pagum?
In any case, even if it's pure chametz, again, if it's not royal achilas, it's not fit for the dog, and it's not to begin with, it's not a problem, no problem at all. But even if it is According to the OU, it's still not a problem. According to Blumenkrantz is the authority on Pesach. He is the one that sells the
Telephone book.
telephone book. According to him, it depends. The Shalom, his family, they look into each item and they'll tell you which ones have chametz in it and which ones don't, and they'll tell you which ones to stay away from. According to the OU, it's not a problem at all. $6. All right, you get the Blumenkrantz. That's Blumenkrantz at? The Blumenkrantz at $6 a year. It's not $6. $6 a year.
Yeah, yeah.
A year. I once bought it, and then the next year I thought I had it, and like, it's expired.
You don't need it. Who eats
Do I eat deodorant? What about shampoo? You don't eat it in the shower. You don't.
You can't have a no.
You don't. In the shower, you don't.
You can't have a no. Mouthwash.
I'll tell you how. You know why?
Mouthwash.
I'll tell you. I bet it's how I eat shampoo. Because you're not wearing scissors. The Yamko. That's the problem. Otherwise, if you're wearing Yamko and scissors, then maybe you eat the shampoo.
You know, selling soap for dishes, kosher for Pesach. You know, someone says it's the most ridiculous thing that they do. Dish for.
If it's edible, it's a real problem.
Who is eating? Dishwasher is the person who's buying it.
And they're fake from. They have natural ones.
Yeah, what, 7th generation?
7th generation, yeah. There's other you're killing people.
We gotta find that.
Ad wheels.
I'd say
Hadar. What's the other company that has? Now, talking about Africa, I was in South Africa, and my first time shopping for Pesach myself. It was my first time. Until then, it was a home. I never went shopping myself. And I go to the store. I saw the water, the spring water. It had there with the Bezdin for Pesach. Rabbi Groner over there, he was working the Bezdin. So the next morning, I see Groner. I saw Yashkacha for Pesach. On the water. So is it that water need hashkafa? I've never heard of that before. He says, no, it doesn't need hashkafa. I told the company they don't need hashkafa. They said they want it. They insisted. I said, you don't need it. I told them they don't need it. But they insisted that it's not a Jewish company. They said people will see this and they see the one with that. They'll buy the one with hashkafa. So he said, listen, you want to do it? Do it.
Hey,
You want to fight with us? Sounds like me.
And he's getting money off it.
Right?
Business is business.
Business is business. Page 118, who wants to download?
So the answer is yes.
You can eat it. No, you can't.
Guest cousin.
You could use it, but you can't eat it.
We haven't heard Mendel's voice in a whole year.
That's right.
I have to say Shechianu.
Good afternoon.
Whoops, the other pocket. The other pocket.
No, it's always one. אני לא ישי אמר ואני נבן קרינו, אני שמע ואני נבן קרינו, אני שאמרתי אני נבן קרינו, לסקאלה שמילה, היום עוד ולא פירוס אני אמר מחוץ גס, וכאן יקרים שיבר, ומי תמנה את פוליס שואל, ואתה קורא ובמרוא. Maybe God, Ramad, the name of God, nice way, God in my mind. Amen. I mean, it's like,
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai
Malchus leverat in Gilliam Major Nation of Cornish Shields, Rabba, Yamrako,
V'yikamo, Chavoy L'Manay V'yikamo,
Malchus, but over not of a dimension, the young, he called him the Yank, Gilliam, and called him a man. No, he called his sword. Oh, you got Smith is in a timetable and song me out of the he is me must not have done me some soil on the scale scale Golo was my car bim wrong same as Nasa, but always I love his house. Amen. They long go because of his just because of the mother. I mean, almost amen. Scala, Liscala, Shmeira,
Amen.
Yom Mira, Firus, Yam, Posivias, Porcani, Karim, Shif,
Amen.
Ayech, and we make him had all this, all of it, my Karim, Rome, Deze is wel een mooie jaar, ze zal maar voor Israël.
Engel is vervel.
Today's made up is the best
Nee, maar wij hebben wel gehoord zijn we hier. Nee, God is meer God.
Amen. 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 Tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. Tomorrow night, in addition to Mincha being at 7:30, we'll do the distribution of the. If anybody wants to order wine wholesale, speak to Avi. Anybody wants to buy the Scotto cans, they could.
And I'm not looking at the country. I saw
Make a concoction.
I saw it said
Huh?
what happened? What happened?
Треба, яка не формація.
Yeah, whatever you want to take now before it gets before.
No, I don't want to take it now. My phone is not there. Far from it. Not even started. But you said you bought a lot.
Yeah, I just don't know.
You feel somewhere?
Huh?
You said